Hey there, quick question for you. Do you ever find yourself at a party or a work event, stuck in a conversation about the weather or traffic, and feel this quiet dread building up inside? Like you'd rather stare at the wall than keep nodding along? Yeah, I get it. Most people brush it off as just being introverted or awkward. But here's the real story. It's not a flaw. Psychology actually shows that hating small talk might mean your brain is wired for something deeper, something more meaningful. And that's not a problem. It's kind of a gift. Stick with me, because by the end of this, you'll see why this quirk makes you better at real connections. And I'll share 3 quiet ways to turn any chat into something worthwhile without forcing yourself to fake it. First off, let's talk about why small talk feels like nails on a chalkboard for some of us. It's not just annoyance. Science points to something called conversational depth preference. Basically, your brain might be tuned to crave substance over surface stuff. Researchers at places like Harvard and the University of Arizona have studied this. They found that people who dislike chit-chat often score higher on traits like openness and empathy. They want talks that reveal ideas, feelings, stories, not just filler. Think about it like this. The average person uses small talk as a safe entry point, like testing the water. But for you, it feels like treading water forever without ever swimming. Your mind is already scanning for the deep end. Questions like, what keeps you up at night? Or what's the best lesson life taught you? And when it stays shallow, your energy drains fast. But here's the flip side that changes everything. Psychology says this isn't antisocial. It's actually a sign you're built for deeper bonds. Studies on relational depth show that people like you form stronger, longer-lasting relationships because you skip the fluff and go straight to what matters. You're not avoiding people, you're avoiding waste. In a world full of superficial scrolls and quick likes, your preference for depth is like a superpower for real intimacy. Friends, partners, even colleagues end up trusting you more because you make space for the stuff that actually connects us. Now, does this sound familiar? Maybe you've been called intense or too serious when you try to steer a conversation deeper. Or perhaps you leave social events early, feeling exhausted, even though you only talked to a few people. That's because small talk activates your brain's social monitoring system without rewarding it. It's like revving an engine but going nowhere. Pure fatigue. But the people who get you, those conversations light you up, and you could talk for hours. Exactly. So, if hating small talk is your brain's way of saying, I want more, how do you handle it in real life without coming off rude or isolating yourself? Here are 3 quiet strategies that work like magic. They're simple, no-drama ways to shift any chat without pushing. First, the gentle redirect. Next time someone says something surface level, like, crazy weather today, don't just nod. Quietly pivot with a related but deeper question. Like, yeah, it reminds me of that storm last year. What's the wildest weather you've ever been through? See? You're acknowledging them, but opening the door to a story. Psychology calls this active, constructive responding. It builds rapport fast, and most people love sharing a bit more when invited. Second, use the echo and expand trick. Listen to what they say, repeat a keyword back softly, then add a why or how. If they mention busy week at work, you say, busy week? What part's been the toughest? This shows you're paying attention, and it naturally pulls the talk deeper without you leading too hard. Research from social psychology shows this boosts perceived understanding. People feel seen, and the conversation flows better. Third, set your own depth timer. Before any event, decide you'll do 2 to 3 minutes of small talk max per person, then politely shift or move on. Like, that's interesting about your weekend. Speaking of, what's one thing you're really passionate about these days? If it doesn't click, smile and say, nice chatting, enjoy the rest of the evening. No guilt. This protects your energy while giving real connections a chance to spark. Over time, you'll attract more people who match your vibe. Try these out next time you're in a group. You'll notice the shift. Less drain, more spark. And remember, this isn't about changing who you are. It's about owning it. In a noisy world, your quiet pull toward depth isn't a weakness. It's what makes your relationships stand out. If this hit home, drop a comment below. What's your go-to way to skip small talk? Or just, I hate it too. I'd love to hear, and I'll reply where I can. If it helped, give it a like so others find it. And for more quiet insights like this, the kind that validate you without all the hype, subscribe and tap the bell. We're keeping it real here. See you next time. Take it easy.